I started streaming just to let you guys know. Um, I like that you have a little your own little family going on, your own little background. Oi drag family. I've adapted it into the main campaign by far. I mean, behind the curtain, I was gonna have like some rug family cousins come and do that kind of shit, but then you had that idea for a background, and I'm like, I'll just go with that. That's better because then it works you into it, and I didn't, you know. So yeah, I like the little elvish noble background story kind of going on. All right, Altair, good to meet you. Nisbin, tell us about all your made up stuff. Or he forgot his character name. Ted. Muted Ted. Still muted Ted. We can't hear you, Ted. Alright. Let's go to how about you, Mazer? Why don't you tell us about her? Oh, wait, there he is. Alright. Take a look at your spells here for a second. Visibility, polymorph. I see what you're trying here. Fireball, of course. Let's just take a little look at what you got going on here, Nisbin, just so I can get ready for all this. All right. Harold, why don't you tell us about your little made up polearm sentinel mobile probably min max character that I might regret allowing, but we'll see how it goes. Do you have a name for your halberd? Just seems like you should have a name for it. It's bigger than you. I would give it like a female name. Like, yeah, this is Sally. Would you like to meet Sally? Um, all right. Well, I look forward to lots of made up attacks that I'm going to argue in the future, the near future. Octavian, are you ready? Can you give us a little backstory and. Actually, you guys are like southwest of Hickory County, like about 150 miles. You guys can be from wherever, but generally you're not exactly from that area. Was the plan? All right. So yeah, I guess we'll say you guys are about 150 miles or so southwest of where the main campaign, Hickory County, takes place. It is the same timeline. The current would be the same day. Right now, at this time, in Hickory County, there's a party fighting in the Murloc village right now, battling for the fate of the Murlocs. So that's your timeline. You guys are near a kind of. You've been traveling along the Unicorn Trail, and kind of just met up at various ends and formed this party. As you know, two became three, and three became four, and you all were traveling the same way, and had all stated a loose desire to maybe perhaps head to the Naked Halfling Inn, and if you at a decent pace, you could make it for the summer music festival about to take place, and all the talk everywhere in for maybe 1,000 miles from the county is these ladyberries, and getting some of them and experiencing the magic of consuming them. So you guys are all heading that way, kind of form a loose party, but you're uncertain of each other. And as you're traveling along the Unicorn Trail, you're still probably a week or so away. Maybe a little less than that. You had not properly stocked up on provisions at the last inn, so you're a little bit low on provisions, and decide that you need to stop by this, take a little detour off the main trail a few miles to the north to the town of Erath. And Erath is a real low population, very poor, desolate village, and there's a lord named Lewis, but he's old and frail and doesn't pay much mind to this part of his territory, as there's not a lot of juice to squeeze out of these peasants. So that's where you guys are heading as you veer off the Unicorn Trail and head to Erath, which is a town of about 50 or so people. Just not very many buildings. But there's an inn known as the Flat Circle Inn that you hope to perhaps catch some lunch, maybe a drink, restock your provisions, and head back to the main road and continue towards the inn. But in the meantime, you have arrived at the Flat Circle Inn. Everybody got this? That sounds made up. Alright, get all these fucking menus out of the way. What is it? Just plate armor? Why don't I see it here? Oh, because I'm in fucking magic items. It should just be under items. There you go. I don't know. You got it now. Oh. Ah. Says AC base. No, it says carried. I'm looking at your sheet. It says carried. $21 again, huh? That's what I'm dealing with? You always get fucking 20 plus AC. Ridiculous. One of these times, Krusty's gonna play a little glass cannon. I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna break him hard. um. Alright, it's working. Whatever. Anybody else have any technical issues to deal with?
For sure.
If they are,
I won't know for sure the AC is working until I get attacked, but yeah,
yep.
there you go. Also, you like that +12 to stealth, Major.
Nice.
Just sneak up on your monsters, bro.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, I was working on the stream for some reason. They couldn't hear you, but I think it's fixed now.
We got fans.
What would your viewers say?
Hi,
Chat.
I think it's fixed. Alright. So you guys have arrived. Oh, they missed all your backstory. Oh, there you go. What are you going to do? Yada, yada, yada. Caught up. They're all here.
Our characters are interesting, swearsies.
Major, my second uncommon item is going to be a wand of magic missiles.
Nice. That's a good one.
Unless you have any major objections.
Of course I have
Major
objections. Of course I have objections to all of that.
Yeah, it doesn't even require attunement. That's a good one.
How many charges does it have?
I think it's like 7.
I think it's exactly 7. Yeah. For sure. I almost took it. I was reading up a bunch of items today, deciding
You
on
can
what I was
upcast it too, so you can use like 3 charges
Exactly.
to cast it as level 3.
Yep.
Or just
So that's
it's a
one of those
one-shot
magic.
Fuck it, just all 7.
I'll allow it.
Oh yeah.
I'll allow it.
That's what I
Alright.
was thinking.
Anybody else got anything?
Nah.
Alright, well, let's get on with this then.
Yes. Yeah, this is a record 40 minutes in. That's a 1-shot.
Nice.
2-shot maybe.
Yeah, we had some technical issues than we had.
I mean, we got Halloween this week, which is supposed to be scary. And then we have election next week, which is really scary. So the vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out.
Yeah, so the plan is next week it'll just be not real campaign, because I don't think I'll be able to have my full attention for
Honestly, I figured it'd probably just be finishing up the last little bit of whatever this is.
So yeah, that'll be the plan. If there's anything to finish up here, wish at our pace, it probably is going to be something to finish up here, and then we can do like fuck around stuff, like I don't know. You can bring your big
Gauntlet
bat.
fight, just like bring a dragon and beholder
Yeah,
or something.
you guys bring your big. You guys bring your big level 12s from previous campaigns and shit, and mix and match your party versus Major pulls out, 3 dragons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can hold court on several high level spells.
Yeah. Or like both of the parties fight at the same time against like a ancient red dragon and a king beholder.
The lich riding on the dragon.
Or lich, yeah. You gotta bump those lich hit points up. I screwed that one up big time. Somebody played at my level 18. Was it Mazer? Krusty?
So it wasn't me.
I think Major.
Major?
Did,
No,
didn't he?
Major. It was Major.
I couldn't
didn't-
make it for some reason.
I didn't fight any ancient red dragons. I don't remember that.
No, we fought a lich and then it turned into a Draco lich. And
Anyway.
You sure? Anyways.
No, I didn't play that. I played a level 18 with you, but we fought like Death
That was
Knights
it.
or something. No, it was just Death Knights,
Okay.
which are nasty. Anyway, so you guys met up a few days ago. You've been heading to the Naked Halfling Inn Festival. You've arrived in Erath to refill your provisions, heading to the Flat Circle Inn, and as you get into town, it just has an eerie feeling, and you don't see very many people, and the people that you do see that are, working their farms or tending their animals or whatever they're doing in Erath as a small agricultural community, they just seem to have a real dead look to them, and just not a lot of happiness, and not a lot of singing and enjoying life going on in Erath. And everyone just kind of avoids eye contact with you and goes about their business. That's what you walk into. You're on the map.
This is my kind of town.
That's what
People
you like?
leaving you to your own business.
So, I know one way to get people's attention. And I'll flip a coin up in the air. Say we should find a tavern.
Hey, let's get a drink.
So you head through the ramshackle town, and there's, it's dirty and it's poor, and it's not a good place. It's not a place you'd want to live.
Also, I feel like we're somewhat predictable as players. Like, where can we find a drink?
Second thought, this kind of town's kind of dirty.
Yeah, it has an ill feeling to it.
So as you get near the Flat Circle Inn, there's a woman kind of standing near the entrance to it, and she's like a middle-aged, looks to be just like a farm woman. She's, maybe 35-ish, 30 to 35-ish. Looks like life's been hard on her, and she's just weeping softly by the door.
She works there?
She looks up as you approach, and she says, "Have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my daughter? Her name is Marie. She's 8 years old. She has brown hair. Have you seen my daughter?"
No, we haven't seen her. But we'll keep an eye out.
And she, when you kind of shake your head and don't really acknowledge knowledge of her daughter, she just starts kind of crying a bit more and sobs, and then she stops for a minute and looks up and says, Have you seen the detectives? I need to tell them again what she looks like.
We're looking for a couple of drinks. You seen any of those?
Wow.
Altair's gonna go up and talk to this woman, and he's gonna ask her to say everything again calmly, while trying to figure out what her deal is. He thinks something weird is going on, so
Use some kind of charisma-based thing that you want to try and tame the lady with. I mean, not like that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. He'll try and chat her up, but he thinks something's going on.
You could soul and kind of ask her a little bit to calm down and tell her what it is, and she kind of stops crying and she says, "My daughter Marie, she's been missing for a week now. And the detectives from the city, they've come, and I've told them that she's missing. They've said they're looking for her, but I need to tell them again what she looks like." Oh,
Where did you last see your daughter?
She says, "She was last by the well. Have you seen the detectives? I need to see the detectives. Will you find my daughter?" She seems just kind of jumping around from question to question and wild, and she's lost her mind a bit.
Hmm. Where would we find these detectives?
She just kind of sobs and says, I don't know. Supposedly they're out searching for my daughter.
Where's the well?
Isn't there a well on here?
Well.
Here.
Yep.
Is there one? Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, now I can see it. So we went by it already.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the main part of the town, but like I said, it's not a busy town. Like, you could be by the well and there may not be anyone near you, you know, for a bit. It's not a lot of people. It's a small town. 50 people or so, but a lot of them live in farms kind of out a ways from town, so it's a dead-end kind of town. It's a memory of a town. So yeah, she just kind of continues sobbing, and if you ask her any more questions, she just kind of repeats herself. Repeats the description of her daughter. She's 8 years old. She was wearing a brown dress. You guys want to go in the inn, or you just want to continue talking to the grieving mother?
I feel like we should go look for this kid, but I am quite thirsty.
How about we have our drink and talk and see what else we can find out?
Kid's gonna drown while we're having our drinks.
She's missing for a week.
Yeah.
She's either drowned or we'll figure that out later.
So you enter the flat circle inn. It's a dirty dead end bar, but it's kind of mainly farmers and out this way. There's not a whole lot that heads this way. It's off the main trail, and it's 4 or 5 miles off the main trail, and most people don't stop here, as there's much better stops. But through your poor planning, the looks like you need to reprovision here. So here you are. There's several drunks sitting around. There's a strange, kind of shady-looking red-bearded dwarf sitting over by the bar. And there's a poor-looking, somewhat fat bartender behind the bar.
Well, I think Octavian would go up to the bartender and put down money for a round for the party.
All right. The bartender seems to look at you strange, and everyone in this town just kind of has the same sad, dead look in their eyes, like the world's been beating them down.
Bartender.
Yeah.
And he kind of
What's with
looks
the
at
lady
you.
outside?
He looks up at you and he says, "Oh, you mean Mother Fontenelle?"
Yeah,
Says-
voice sounds like claws on a slate.
Says, "Her daughter's been missing for a week. She's just the latest in a long line of children and other folk have been gone missing around here. This ain't a good place, stranger."
Really? Thought maybe she was just mad.
He says, "Well, you strangers here, what you doing around these parts?"
We've come to resupply, but my faith tells me that I must persecute any wrongdoers that I see, and this town has an ill feeling.
Yeah. You look like shit, man.
he says. He says as he takes one of the cups that he's supposedly cleaning and like wipes it on his dirty shirt. He says, "You don't look much better. What could I get for you instead of insults?"
I don't fucking want anything out of that dirty ass cup.
I was gonna say I don't have purified food and water.
You guys gonna buy provisions from him?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I at least want to buy a beer or
The
ale or
alcohol's
something.
probably clean.
I mean, you've been traveling on the road. You guys have seen your fair share of shitty bars, and this isn't the worst you've ever seen, but it's not great. But so is life.
So I've had worse. I'll take some food as well. Eat some lunch.
Yeah. Better than snake
Set
flesh.
out on a full stomach.
Germ theory hasn't been invented yet either.
Yep. Bad vapors. That's how disease spreads.
It's bad vapors.
Bad humors.
Bad
humors
humors
Yeah.
and bad vapors.
It's got to open the window.
Just
Let
gotta
the bad
leech them a
spirits
little
out.
bit, get those out of the blood, bleed them out a little bit. All right, so you guys get your provisions. It's a fair price, but it doesn't look great. The little, whatever you get, some dried fruit and some crusty bread. It's enough to get you to the next stop, though. And the bartender doesn't really seem very chatty after he serves you and gets you your supplies. He kind of ignores you. And you hear some of the local drunks talking. So they're chatting with each other. 1 and 2 sitting by each other near you. And there's not a lot of people in this bar. There's just maybe a handful of drunks and Ginger and the bartender. Maybe there's half a dozen people in the bar. And then you guys, so maybe 10 to 12 in the bar.
Can I, can I nonchalantly, light up a smoke and have my beer and try and eavesdrop on people's conversations?
Yeah, roll a. It's pretty easy to eavesdrop as they're chatting kind of openly. And these two farmers or drunks seem to be some local farm workers or farmers, and you hear them chatting about. They're actually chatting about Mother Fontenot out front, and shame that her daughter went missing and all that. So it's you hear them kind of discussing the aspects that she was near the well and she just never came back. Strange business. And then they start talking like, this is the fifth missing person in the last 3 months. It's not right. Hopefully those detectives can do something about it.
Jones would say to his party after hearing this, he would say, "I don't expect you to stay, but in my faith, crimes against the small folk and children are the worst that can be. I must stay in this town."
Agreed.
I can't watch it either.
Yeah, we must find what is destroying these children.
My character's not going to be as gung-ho about it. He's going to light a smoke off the last smoke. Tell you, it's like, all right, Brian, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So Harold's got to stick up his ass, so he's gonna want to do this.
You'll get to use those shiny daggers, Elf. Don't worry.
I'm just sticking with Harold on the road, because who's going to attack someone with a fucking halberd that big? Look at this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and ask some of these drunk guys. I'm just gonna ask them straight up. So the little girl that was found by the well, were the other kids that were lost? Where have they been? Where were they last found?
The little girl wasn't found by the well. She was last seen by
Or
the well, and she's
last?
been
Yeah.
missing. And then they kind of look at you a little bit, and they kind of eye you, and they're like, we don't get strangers much out here. Especially strangers asking questions. You working with the detectives?
No,
Uh,
but we're gonna help.
so I am sent here by my god. I work for no detectives. I don't know which god. I haven't picked one yet, but
As you guys are chatting with them, you do notice that Ginger kind of just eyeballing you and kind of meat and mugging you a little bit, and just kind of making. He's got resting dick face.
were the other kids lost or last seen near the well? Were they found last seen in other places?
He said, people been going missing around here from all over the places. It ain't just the well. That's just where Mother Fontenot thinks she disappeared from. Nobody knows where it's gone. Nobody knows what's going. There's something going on in this town. There's some kind of spell or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna drink myself stupid and hope my crops come in good this year. I don't want to think about missing children. Quit asking me all this stuff. Weirdo with the big halberd.
Trying to help you, you sodden fool.
So Harold's not even going to say anything. He's just going to turn around and walk away. He's going to leave the man be. Let him drink himself silly.
So they continue to kind of chat a little bit about drink and Ginger resting dick faces you for a little bit longer as you guys are kind of enjoying your horribly tasting drinks and food, I guess. And all of a sudden the front door flies open and two men come striding in. You're gonna love these.
Oh
Nice,
shit!
dude.
Oh shit!
This is the finest that AI could offer.
That's good shit.
Two men in armor and appearing to be very capable come striding in, and they instantly look around, survey the room, and they kind of glance around, and then they stride right over towards Ginger. And they sit down right next to Ginger. And everyone kind of stops and looks at him, and you hear the drunks kind of whisper and goes, "Ooh, the detectives are here. Ooh, they're talking to Ginger. Oh, I wonder what fucking he did." And Sir Martin and Tarnish, they sit right next to Ginger, and Ginger looks up at him, and he says, "The fuck you guys want?" And Tarnish sits down right next to him and kind of gets eerily close to him, and he says, "Well, look at you here, just drinking yourself silly, Ginger. People incapable of guilt, they usually do have a good time." And Sir Martin kind of paces around as Tarnish sits next to him and looks over and stares at the drunks and then stares over at the bartender. And the bartender kind of sees them being a little aggressive with him, and he says, "I don't want no trouble in my bar, detectives." And Sir Martin stares over at the bartender and he says, "Shut up, fat man. Serve your drinks and shut up." And then Sir Martin kind of eyeballs you guys as he's staring at you, and he looks over at you guys and he says, "We gonna have a problem here, gentlemen?"
We might.
I don't need back talk from someone half my age. A quarter, maybe.
Are you these detectives they keep telling us about?
He turns and he says, "Yeah, we're the detectives. We're looking for the missing Fontenot girl. You know anything about him?"
No, but my paladin friend and I, we won't let this kind of thing go by unseen. If we hear of a wrongdoing being committed, it's our duty to follow through and seeing that it's fixed.
He says, "Well, good. It's good to know that some fucking heroes are here to help us. Now, if you don't mind, we're going to have a little chat with Ginger over here, and we'd appreciate it if you just don't get in the way. What do you think about that?"
You're kind of a dick, but
I think
okay.
as long as your manners don't slip anymore, we have a deal.
He says, "Good." Well, while he's doing that, Tarnish is over talking to Ginger, and he starts leaning in real close to him and kind of whispering to him. And Ginger, we know you know where Reggie lives. You just gotta tell us where Reggie's at. Be the good man. Do something good for once in your life. And Ginger's just, fuck you, detectives. Man, you don't even know those fucking guys. They'll do worse to me than you can even imagine. And Tarnish kind of looks around and he kind of gets angry that Ginger's not giving him the answers that he wants. And he grabs him and he just starts walking him out the door. And as he's walking him out, Sir Martin kind of smiles at you guys and he smiles over at the drunks. And one of the drunks kind of gets up like, "Hey, Ginger's not that bad of a guy." And Sir Martin just kind of pushes him back to his seat and says, Sit down, farm boy." And they drag Ginger out the back.
Harold's gonna order another drink at the bar and look the other way.
I kind of want to see what happens.
Yeah. I thought he was just gonna tell people that he'll go and he's gonna pop out and see how far they're going or if it's happening like right outside. So he's gonna try and sneak off and follow them and
So, look out the window.
see what's
You guys,
going
this bin's Looky Looing, right? And who else is Octavian? Are you Looky Looing out the other window?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
looking
we're
over.
looking
He's over.
right.
And Altair, what are you? You're just going out?
I think I'm gonna try and like stealthily actually like follow them.
Like peek out the door, like, what's going on out there? Looks like they're
Yeah,
fucking him
and-
up outside.
Try and follow, but like I don't want to be seen.
And Harold, you're just staying at the bar? None of my
Yeah,
business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just ordering a drink. Seems like they got shit they got to deal with. It's
All right. Well, we'll say that the windows are open, so it's you can kind of hear what's going on. And as he's leading him out, he's being a little rough with them, and you hear Ginger kind of whining and kind of groveling a bit, and he's struggling a bit, but you hear Tarnish seems to handle him pretty well, and they kind of stand out here, and you can hear him pretty plainly what he's saying. And Tarnish continues to says, "Tell us where Reggie Ledoux lives. Just give us directions to his house, and we'll let you go, Ginger. This doesn't have to go hard for you." And Ginger's kind of, his eyes are wild, and he's looking crazy, and he says, Those fucking freaks will do worse to me than you can possibly imagine. There's no way I'm ratting them out. Fuck you, Tarnish." And Tarnish pulls out a dagger and kind of puts it right up on Ginger's face. And he says, "I'm going to do something to you right now. Doesn't matter what they're going to do in the future." And he just kind of cuts him a bit.
oh shit.
And Ginger screams like a little small girl. Ah!
Like a bitch.
And
I'll tell you, he's just gonna walk around the corner whistling. Kind of wants to come in here. He doesn't like seeing people tortured.
So what are you doing? You're just watching?
No, I'm just gonna like walk around the corner, like I'm just kind of hanging out, but I'm just trying to interrupt this and try and diffuse the situation.
So
Maybe play a
after
little good cop, good cop,
uh,
bad cop.
Sir Martin sees you walking over and he says, just let the man do his work. Let the man do his work. Stay back, buddy. Stay back, buddy. I don't want to hurt you. And
He's gonna try and calm down. He's gonna be like, "Hey, man, don't you know the torture, like doesn't work? He's just gonna say whatever he thinks you want to hear if you break him."
Sir Martin turns to you and he kind of gets real close and gets in your face and he says, listen, buddy, there's missing girls and there's missing kids and there's missing people and we gotta find them. And he says, the world needs bad men. We keep other bad men from the door. And he just kind of just gets in your face, and you can see that Sir Martin looks like he can handle himself. He looks pretty tough. He's got a long sword and some splint armor on, and he's a pretty beefy guy.
Yeah. As soon as Sir Martin started talking to Altair, Harold would have got up from the bar and walked outside and joined. He was happy to let him deal with Ginger, but not when he's fucking with his party.
So there, you guys are kind of standing talking to Sir Martin, and Tarnish is not cutting Ginger anymore, as he's just crying, and Tarnish kind of grabs him and looks over at him, and he says, "Oh, look, there's more coming to join the party, Ginger. Why don't you just..." And then he whispers something into his ear that you can't hear, and Ginger kind of eyes go down, and then he looks over and he says, all right, I'll tell you where Reggie lives. You gotta let me go. You gotta let me go right now, too. I gotta get the fuck out of here, as far away from these freaks as possible. It's my only chance. And Tarnish says, that's good, That's good, Ginger. Tell us where Reggie's at. And he gives him directions to, you take a such and such trail, and there's 2 dead trees and a barely hidden game path that'll take you out to Reggie's cabin. And he says, but that's where fucking Carcosa is. They'll kill you there. They'll do more than kill you. They'll sacrifice you. But you fucking detectives deserve it. And Tarnish looks at him and he says, you know what, Ginger? If you fucking lying to me, I'm gonna spend the rest of my years tracking you down just so I can kill you. And then he pushes him to the ground and spits on him. And Ginger kind of like gathers himself, gets up, and then just kind of like runs away. Tarnish walks over as Sir Martin's standing there, kind of staring, kind of just eyeballing you guys, trying to mean mug him.
Yeah, as I've been smoking my smoke right here next to Sir Martin, I've been like not blowing it in his face, but also not trying not to blow smoke in his face.
Tarnish walks over and he says, well, Martin, who's our new friends?
So we're here to look for the girl.
He says,
Say, I see you just got a lead. Do you want to travel with us, or we going our own way?
He says, well, from my understanding, it's not just Reggie Ledoux and his cousin out there. There might be some followers, is the way that Ginger put it. So perhaps we need some backup, Martin, and I don't see a large pool of available volunteers. So maybe we should take these guys. And they kind of look at you up and down. He looks at you again and he says, Well, what's it gonna hurt? We're going out there. If we die, they might die with us. Or maybe they're tough and we can take down these fuckers. Rescue the girl. What do you say, Martin? And Martin says, I don't know, this fucking elf-looking one with the cigarette's been looking at me kind of weird. I don't like his face.
I'm gonna say it's because you're kind of fucking weird looking. But like trying to say it like jokingly, you know. Like I'm trying to get Tarnish on my side.
I think Octavian at this point would kind of step in a little bit because he's worried that he's going to start a fight with Martin and say, do not worry about the elf. He's good with his blades and bow. If these are truly evil men of which you speak, they'll fall before the might of the mysterious woman that gives me my power.
He says, all right, well, let's head out. We got directions. It's just noon. Should be several miles. We need to get out there and see if we can't rescue this girl. Or exact justice. Either way. My life's been a circle of violence and degradation as long as I can remember. I'm ready to tie it off. And he looks at you guys and he says, hold on. He says, we can't afford to pay anything since we ain't being paid much. All you can get's the heroic admiration of a sad town. Are you coming?
I am.
Yes.
Aye.
All right. So you guys, they start gathering their shit up, and you guys start heading out on the road with the true detectives.
Sounds like a plan.
Also, incidentally, I think the Matthew McConaughey AI picture is second to none.
Amazing. It's so good.
Yeah,
Like, it was the first thing they threw out when I put in the prompt. All I did was just Matthew McConaughey in, like, medieval armor. I think is what I put in.
It's
like,
perfect.
Boom. I was like, oh, well, that's pretty good. Although, if you do look at it, like, the belt and stuff doesn't line up across his chest. It's got that AI problems.
Yeah. The belt kind of merges into his into the cloth of his. Yeah.
It's a weird looking belt, and the clasp doesn't like clasp together. It like doesn't. It's weird. But you know,
it's
whatever.
It's pretty amazing though.
Yeah, the way it looks with the hair and everything is perfect.
Yeah. Perfect fantasy Matthew McConaughey. It's like how he would look if he was in the fantasy.
And actually, I thought the Woody Harrelson one looks like Bronn from Game of Thrones.
He actually does.
Yeah.
A
It's like a mix between Woody Harrelson and Bronn. Like if you could like mix the two faces, that's like what it is.
I didn't even realize that was supposed to be Woody Harrelson. I just thought it was a Game of Thrones character.
I was like, that looks like a Game of Thrones character. Why does it look like Woody Harrelson?
It's Woody Harrelson and like with like the back of Bronn's head. Basically. Anyway.
Marty and Rust.
So you guys head out on the road with Marty and Rust, or as he's known here, Martin and Tarnish. And as you guys are traveling along, you're getting to know Martin and Tarnish as they're chatting with each other, and Tarnish starts talking some weird stuff. He looks over at He looks over at Martin. He says, "This is a world where nothing's solved, you know. Someone once told me time is a flat circle. Everything we've ever done or will do, we're gonna do over and over and over again, Martin. We're just gonna keep rescuing these kids over and over again." And Martin turns to him and says, "How about on the trail is our quiet space and you just quit fucking talking?" And you guys continue traveling along, listening to Tarnish talk his weird nihilistic sayings.
That's just fancy talk for folks who don't know what to do with themselves. Back in my day, time felt like a crooked path, full of bumps and twists. Just like my back.
There are more worlds than these. I know it, Nisbin.
Oh shit!
Only thing that goes round in circles is a fool chasing his own tail.
Nisbin's got little sayings, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So it's late morning as you guys are traveling, and you head along this smaller, more desolate grassland trail that heads out into the way. If you thought you were in the middle of nowhere before, you are in the middle of nowhere. You haven't seen like a house or settlement for several miles, and you're following along, and as you get close here, everyone roll a perception check.
Oh, are they gonna? Yep, there they go.
My shit's been laggy in general tonight.
What do we get here? 22 and a 16. Who's Harold? Harold is Mazar.
Yep, that's
anybody
me.
is.
Octavian
That's
is Krusty.
And...
Nisbin is Ted, and Altair is Scott.
What did I say the DC was? Yeah. Marking it 0.
Altair is easy
for your-
because it's the same last name.
For your XP that'll transfer. Just to give you some incentives.
Yep. So Copan got learned from this experience.
As you're getting further and further on this desolate grassland trail, start getting an eerier and eerier sense, and you do notice occasionally hanging from like a lone tree or a bush will be a strange looking assembly of twigs and sticks that are like assembled in statues and geometric shapes and appear to be some kind of symbol of something. You continue forward and you arrive at what Ginger had described as the turnoff to head towards Reggie Ledoux's cabin. The 2 dead trees and the small hidden game trail.
Yep.
And
Get an eerie feeling in the back of my neck, being this deep in the woods. These trees are creepy as fuck.
Altair is pretty comfy in the woods. Is he getting some... Like, are these, like, nice woods or, like, like bad woods.
It's
you know?
not like woods, more or less. It's like scrub land with like occasional like little batches of trees. So it's not like a forest, more or less. It's just more like a open kind of scrub land, and the farmland around here and pastures. It's just not very good soil. It's poor. It's just kind of a backwater place. And as you arrive at this near this turnoff with the two dead trees, and Sir Martin says, "I can't believe people live all the way fucking out here." And Russ says, "People out here, it's like they don't even know the outside world exists. Might as well be living on the fucking moon." So you guys arrive at the turn off, and Tarnish looks at you guys and says, could get a little rough once we get to the cabin a few miles in." Oh, I didn't know you guys were locked. I didn't know. Nobody said nothing.
Yeah, it was all right.
He says, These weird fuckers might have traps set, so we should be careful."
I believe the elf will prove his worth here. He's an expert in those kind of things, as far as I've seen.
We've
After nothing.
I've lived through more danger than you've had hot meals. Watch my friends lay face down in the dirt.
He says, "All right then, we'll let the elf go first if he thinks he's hard."
I'm gonna walk by, like waggling my eyebrows and like smiling at them while I, light up another smoke.
So yeah, you're gonna be heading to the right of the map is the direction you're heading,
Gotcha.
or wanting to head. Are you going out there,
Looking for
Altair?
traps?
Are you looking for traps?
Yeah, for sure.
So Harold would be close behind Altair.
Let's see the rolls.
What's we,
All the shit, but I do have a fucking +9. So.
Well, you're being a little cocky there, and Sir Martin just seems to make you. He just kind of gets to you. You don't really like Sir Martin. He's kind of an asshole.
Kind of an asshole. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as you are walking ahead, you do notice something looks a little bit eerie right here. Something looks off as you're scouting ahead. By this dead tree.
Can we investigate by the dead tree? See what's going on over here.
Roll an
I'm gonna tell them
investigation
that-
check.
Yeah. I'm like, something's up with that tree. You guys check it out.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'll
poke it with my halberd and see what's going on.
let's go over here. Let's check.
Harold, you poke with your halberd, and you need to make a dex save.
Alright.
You fail. You take a sharpened stake is triggered by
Oop.
your actions as you hit a very hard to see tripwire, and a sharpened stake stabs you in your thigh for
Ow!
15 damage.
Ow. Brutal. I'll mark it
Jones would
0.
look at the elf and say, "I thought you could disarm those."
Well, he probably could have, but
Yeah,
He didn't get it. He
I
didn't get-
told him something was up, and he didn't even fucking wait for the gnome to fucking check shit out, man. I don't know. My job's to
I'll-
find shit.
I have to learn my lesson the hard way sometimes. It's
Nisbin ran up there and was like, "Ooh, let me look at this trap." Ah!
I have an
Or-
8 intelligence.
Or not
It's-
Nisbin, Harold did. What if I poke it with my halberd?
Yeah, Altair also has an 8 intelligence, so he just kind of like gave a vague warning and then like just stopped outside of the proximity of the trap and was like putting off the work of actually looking into it off to someone else.
It's all good. I'll pull the spear out of my leg, grunt loudly as I do it. Why is Nisbin damaged?
I think I accidentally put the damage on him.
Oh,
I just wanted to hurt him. I just wanted to hurt Ted.
I get it. I get it.
Um,
You're used to me being a little gnome boy. That's what it is.
The good news is that that trap has been disarmed. The hard way.
Yep.
Um,
That's my usual way of disarming traps.
Tarnish says, that's not the best way to avoid those traps. Are we
Let's
continuing?
try and- Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Next time when I say something's up, don't try and disarm it with your face.
All right. So you guys continue a little bit more slowly and carefully, looking around, following this little game trail, and let's make another perception check there. Altair. Nisbin up behind him.
Nisbin, see, it's probably because he walked straight into it. Whatever
6
it
is
was.
my highest roll on any of these perception rolls.
Near this other dead tree, you recognize something seems a little bit off, as there's little notches in the wood, and looks like something's been constructed here. As you're eyeballing it, you start recognizing, ooh, something's apparently here. Anybody want to investigate? Be careful. It's hard to
Okay.
tell exactly how it's triggered and
Yeah,
where it's
I'm gonna
coming
ask
from
Lisbon
until,
to check this out. You
So-
know, he's a smarty pants.
Harold's gonna learn his lesson and stand back.
That's a first.
I got the quick hands, Nisbin. You tell me what's going on and what I gotta
All
do.
right, let me
and-
check it out. Let me check it out here. Let's see what we got.
and,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
you get a look at it and you spot this very, very thin string that's almost as fine as a human hair. In fact, it could be human hair, which is a bit disgusting to think about. And realize that it's attached to another little stake that is spring-loaded underneath kind of hidden underneath the tree. And just a simple little dex move will
Let hands.
All yours, youngster.
Damn that shit.
Nice.
and you guys cooperate well with some. Jesus, look at those numbers. Glad I don't have to deal with you guys regularly. Look at that, 29 and a 27.
Rogues,
I
man.
kind of thought my DCs were a little ridiculous on some of these, but
Well, it's a good rolls. And
Oh.
still.
it's fun to succeed.
Expertise, man. High level rogues.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, rogues are great.
Altair is able to deftly disarm this one before Harold has a chance to set it off, and he does it all with a cigarette in his mouth.
Mhm.
I'm glad you're getting my
Smoking
flavor.
weed.
Always smoking a cigarette when
Yeah.
it would be cool to be doing so.
Yeah, when you're not trying
Yeah.
to stealth. And this one is disarmed, and you continue slowly forward, I imagine, as Tarnish
Oh, yeah.
says to Sir Martin, I think it was good bringing these guys along. They're pretty talented. Or at least they gotta
Well, so he's
die
gonna
to
hear
take a
that,
trap.
and he's gonna tell Martin. He's like, "Yeah, see Martin." He's gonna wink at him, all cheeky.
He's gonna shake his head. He says, "Don't feel like you're much if fucking Tarnish thinks you're something. He's a crazy fucker."
Like crazy fuckers.
As you continue along in this scrub land with sparse little trees here and there, you notice more and more of these eerie looking twig sculptures and ornaments hanging from trees and just like placed on the ground in random places. And you travel for, we'll say maybe like a quarter mile or so. You don't spot any more traps, but you do think it might be a good idea to try and be quiet now as we're getting close to where Reggie Ledoux's cabin is. Let's roll some stealth rolls.
Before we get any closer, I would look to my friends and I say, I have an ill feeling, wait. And I would look and I would cast aid on all of them, on each one of them. And it's going to be at level 3, so that's 10 increase of max hit points by 10.
Sounds made up.
And I'm
Do that manually.
Yeah, I said 10.
Just add 10 to 10. Yeah. Even though it's actually max hit points.
Mine should not have been at disadvantage because it's mithril, but it's still coded as disadvantage on stealth.
Well, it was either at 4 or 8.
Yeah.
Not a
That's
great roll
failure
either way.
Yeah. But I can't even like unlock. Oh wait, yeah I can. Maybe I can fix it. We'll see.
So Altair, you are being super quiet and like a jungle cat through the scrublands, but these guys behind you, it's like it's just clang, 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 jingle, jingle, jingle. It sounds like an army behind you.
Exactly. Yep.
I'll mark it 0 though. And the elf turns around and he's like, "Huh, guess I picked the wrong party for this work." And every time you guys are every time you're taking a step, you're like just making a like pained face, and Tarnish is doing the same. As he's pretty quiet, but Sir Martin is also loud and obnoxious. So it being 9:30, let's take our halftime break, and let's see what happens when we get to Reggie Ledoux's camp.
Oh shit.
All right, see you in 5.
Yep. Back shortly.
Alright, I'm back.
I'm here. Eating on mute.
Cool. Man, heroes.
Ted's a good grumpy old man.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
Believable.
Comes easy.
Yeah. I remember
Not used to
Ted
being
playing.
like an hour. Go ahead, Major.
Oh no, I was gonna say I remember Krusty being a redneck in Trailer Park Shark Attack, and I was like, this comes too naturally. This is too easy.
Yeah. I think for a lot
That's
of us,
the
it's
Iowan. Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. I kind of forgot about that. That was
Yeah.
good.
Although you were talking earlier about playing a religious character is hard, I was the apocalyptic preacher in that game, and that was
That's
so
right.
hard for
That's
me.
right.
I was like, oh my god, I can't be a religious preacher. That's not like I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah. Like it sounds fun, but it is hard to do. Yeah.
Plus, you got to really commit for that shit, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never picked like dour or religious characters because I just don't know what to say.
Yeah. I'd say this is the first paladin I've ever played. The
Like
only other time I played a cleric was another one shot.
I would just end up being Paul Dano from There Will Be Blood
Yeah.
if I had to be a crazy preacher.
Yeah. When I played Paladin with Lord Crust, he wasn't religious. He was just vengeance guy. He was out for
Yeah.
vengeance. Yeah. What's your subclass?
Vengeance. I think
Yeah.
same subclass. Yeah. Because Misty
Bigger
Step.
one.
That's honestly 50% of the reason for the choosing this subclass was it's the one that has Misty Step.
Yeah, best spell list by far. Dimension Door,
Yep.
Misty Step, all that shit. And then
Yep.
it's like the Vow of Enmity is like by far the most useful channel divinity.
Yep. I don't even remember what it does, but yeah, I remember it being
Gives you
good.
advantage. It's a bonus action. You cast it on whoever you're fighting against, and you can do it once, and it gives you advantage on attacks against them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Paladin is one of those classes that I know, like, mechanically is pretty powerful. I just don't super love it. I don't know. I know it's good. Just, I don't know.
Smiting's
Seems
really fun.
clunky. Yeah, it's a good time.
Played a 5e paladin or a warlock.
So I love warlocks. They're a good time.
I was gonna
Lost mine
do
to fend out versus paladin.
I was gonna do a Sorlock, but I was like, I don't want to figure this out. I wasn't gonna use the abuse part of it though.
Yeah. Just continuous short rests.
Right, but I mean, Major wouldn't allow that anyway, so.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I see all these funny things that people come up with online and shit, like, that you can do, and I'm like, yeah, but most people are gonna be like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Actually,
it's gonna ruin the fun after a minute.
Right.
It's just gonna be like, all right,
Yeah.
that's you just broke the game. And it's like, no, you're not gonna be able to do that. And it's like, oh,
yeah.
well, I guess I should have come up with something that it wasn't too gamey.
Actually, the new Dungeon Master's Guide addresses that. It basically just says, like, characters or players, if you guys come up with something that breaks the game, it just doesn't work. Like, you can't. This relies on a good faith interpretation that everybody's, like, still trying to play roughly the same game here.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of what I always have felt about it. It's like it's just like
True,
a good
yeah.
faith. It's like you have to play in good faith, you know.
Yeah.
So the good thing
And
about
there's a
that is that you if you can find those things that are like not the well-known, well-written ones, and then you can get away with it for a game or two, because you get your glory
Yeah.
from finding it, but then it might get broken after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you're playing a
Well,
campaign, you want to make sure it's gonna work and not have to like change it or something, you know. For the most part.
I also feel like there's a difference between finding a good synergy and, like, bending the rules to the point where it's, like, breaking something. Like, I don't know, you can't get, like, infinite hit points or something or do a bajillion damage. But unless you get bit by a were-raccoon.
Or the
It's also
shot.
sometimes like people talk about like things being broken when like you actually have to spend a lot of your resources.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like the easy bake
Like-
oven from last season. It's like, man, that was like a level 5 and a level
Oh, yeah.
like
Yep.
spell
Right.
slot. It's like, yes, is it broken as fuck? Sure, but like
Yeah, you had to use a lot to get
expensive.
it, and it didn't always
Yep.
it was hard to do. It wasn't something like you had to work it. You had to like plan it out and set it out.
And
yeah,
magic is powerful. Like,
Yeah.
a 5th
Yeah,
level spell
exactly.
slot is
Like-
powerful magic. It should
Yeah.
be kind of
It's
broken.
Cool and creative and
Yeah.
fun.
but the first time I DM'd for a Twilight Cleric, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I killed my buddy's character and he had to come back as like a level 12 Twilight Cleric, and like he was just telling me what he could do, and I was like, fuck, alright man,
Yeah.
good talk. I wouldn't say it's broken, but like, I definitely didn't think I didn't plan for it. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm struggling with my map. Struggling with my
Yeah.
map.
I get it. Well, when you put that many NPCs on there, it's...
It's not even that many.
Like in the Murloc camp, Jesus.
Oh, man.
And how did that go?
Must not-
We eventually won.
Gurgle and Copan went down in the same round.
Yeah.
That happened.
Luckily, Bjorn had a single healing potion in his pocket, and he force-fed it to Kapan. And then we were able to get back up and kick ass.
Yeah.
We won, yeah. It was pretty rough.
So after several, like another mile or so through this scrubland, and looking for, seeing more and more of these weird sculptures, and getting a more and more of a smell of decay and death and just eerie, bad vibes, you arrive near the cabin, and there's several little outbuildings around this this cabin of one Reginald Ledoux. Here's kind of your shot as you're walking up. There's a little creek on the left.
Is that a flaying setup over there?
And as you're approaching, not very stealthily, you guys are trying, but we'll say that if you're not moving, you're easier to hide. Yeah, out in front of these cabins is all kinds of sadistic-looking equipment and tools, and it looks like some not safe for work stuff has been going on at this place. As you're approaching, Tarnish and Sir Martin you guys are kind of maybe hiding over here in some bushes, just scoping things out. Tarnish is like, we gotta get in there and see if that girl's still alive. Let's get in there.
Are we on a map right now?
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, sorry, here you go.
There it is.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Still dark for me.
Yeah. Takes a minute.
No wonder no one's moving or doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh.
Explains a lot. There's light. And our tokens are unlocked. We can move.
I feel like the shadow cast on this map is really interesting.
Yep. There's I can't see past this rectangle. There's it's all dark over there.
Yeah, because you can't see through walls.
Gotcha.
Remember?
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to X-ray vision, but
It's fair. It's fair. So yeah, you also see in front of these this cabin and this little ruined outbuilding, kind of with the into the side of this hill. Yeah, kind of out in front. There's what appears to be some kind of I believe it's called a St. Andrew's cross is the appropriate term for it, but it's like what the fucking weirdos do in Game of Thrones, what they put them on.
The Boltons?
Yeah, the Boltons display their flayed man on. It's like a big X.
no.
Like a torture device, but to put someone vertically up. And then there's also like a scaffolding there and various strange looking twig sculptures and chairs and dream catcher looking things all over the place. It's a very ominous looking sight, and there's dried blood and appears things have been killed around here.
Altair, are you Altair's a thief, isn't he?
He's a sneaky boy.
You want to go in there?
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast a spell on him. Greater invisibility.
Oh yeah.
Shit. That's a big
Oh wait,
one.
it only lasts a minute. I thought it lasted an hour.
Well, I also thought it lasted an hour.
Dang it.
That's a bummer.
I probably could still do it, but it would be awesome to have that in combat too.
Yeah, I would wait until we're in combat.
But I might have other concentration stuff I want to do too. I mean, you want to like.
Invisible, I'll go fast. I can go fast and
you want to
quiet,
like.
you know.
We could get in, like, if we could get like, if there's gonna be a fight, maybe we could get to it within like first, like, just be ready to move or something, because then that would put you at a big advantage.
So, do you have regular invisibility?
Don't.
Oh, bummer.
Didn't memorize it anyway, so.
So, because I think it lasts an hour.
So what are you doing?
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, Harold would
Maybe just try and.
go and kick the door in, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go scout it
he's
out,
not
though.
very sneaky.
I'm not opposed to that either.
Did you cast a spell or what?
No. Just talk
I'm gonna
about
go stealthily try and approach the house and scope this out for everybody. See what's
All right.
happening.
You can go hide
Yeah,
behind that
yeah,
rock.
come on.
Let's roll a stealth roll.
No whammy. That's fine.
Yeah, you got a plus 12 to it. It's always gonna be pretty good.
Mostly.
You sneak up there with a. You put out the cigarette at this point, in a rare move. Altair puts out his cigarette and still has it in his mouth, but it's just not smoking. And you get kind of close to the to this building. You can't really see very well inside what's going on. Do you want to try and get around maybe and see if you can look at the front?
Then I'm gonna try and come up to the wall here.
As you get up near the wall, you look inside and you see a man in a lot of tattoos and kind of a hooded cloak, who appears to be working over on like at some like potions and brewing up something.
That's it.
That's all you see at the moment.
Or we have some potions.
And then you hear the front door close though, as someone had just left the building as you went to look.
I'm gonna try and because I would have known kind of like I can't see through walls, sure, but can I get a sense of where these fucking buildings are? Yeah. I'm gonna try and scope out the perimeter, just kind of sneaking around, just do general reconnaissance and see how many people I can see.
So as you're peeking around the corner, you kind of like edge up to the side of the building and you peek around to the front of the cabin and the kind of the like main little area where all the fun happens. and the man that you see that just left the building appears to you, and he's a super tall man, and he's got a strange device on his face, and he's almost completely naked, and he's carrying a huge machete.
Oh shit!
It looks like Reggie Ledoux from the descriptions that you'd heard. You'd heard he was a tall, ugly-looking man. This seems to match that.
Reggie. That's an incredible portrait token.
The most iconic photo of True Detective.
And that's just amazing.
Yeah, so you see him, and he's kind of just walking around looking like gathering, looking like picking through a pile of stuff, like looking for a part or a tool or something, carrying this, walking around in his underwear carrying this machete. Are you going back to tell him?
Yeah, I'm gonna, legally go back to tell people, creepy guy robe making potions inside, creepier guy outside with a machete looking for something. They don't seem to know we're here.
As you're back there talking, Reggie starts. He kind of comes around the side of the building and starts walking towards where you guys are at. It doesn't appear that he sees you guys yet, but he's certainly moving towards you where you guys are at.
I don't like skulking in the shadows. If there's evil here, I say we face it.
And as he's getting closer, you see Sir Martin get super restless, and he says, "Man, fuck this shit!" And he jumps out. Roll for initiative.
I'm slow. I don't.
Everybody roll.
I don't know. I swear I rolled, but it didn't actually stick. I guess I was fast.
It worked for you.
Sword.
It was so
Yep.
fast that it didn't even register. Well, 19's pretty good. All right.
Alright, but it's not as good as Nisbin's 20 though.
So Nisbin, I guess you were told that there is. Well, you see Reggie Ledoux coming, and you were told that there's another guy in the building there. Unsure if there's others around, but right now there's two coming at you, or at least one. Well, there's another guy in the cabin that I'm sure Altair would have relayed to you.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I don't know if I was gonna polymorph this guy, but I think I'm just gonna shoot him with the wand of magic missiles. That's what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
So that'll be one use of it. Pew. Pew. Pew.
Nice.
Alright. Doesn't seem to do too much damage to him. That's kind of what I was trying to find
Hey.
out, maybe.
Still pretty good.
So yeah. Hits the mark, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as I thought, so. Alright, that's my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna run back here. That's my turn.
Harold.
Alright. Damn it, too far. Well, actually, I'm gonna step out here. I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna look at him, and I am going to cast Hold Person because I'm a paladin who has the capability of casting spells. And he crit fails, so he gets a 1, so he is paralyzed. And you remember how that works from old Bjorn. All right. And then
So
he's too far away for me to use my action, although I am going to move slightly closer.
as you paralyze him, you hear it. He makes a face and he looks at you and he says, "It's time, isn't it? The Black Star. I know what happens next. I saw you in my dream." For fuck's sake, door. Sometimes, man, just let me go through the walls. I'm the DM. I should be able to do what I want.
All right.
Another cultist
Disable all walls.
comes out of the ruined outbuilding near the cabin, as there is more buddies. This cultist sees out the window and hears the ruckus, hears you shouting hold person commands at Harold. And he is going to cast... That's right. He's going to cast Inflict Wounds at you, Harold.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
He's going to try.
Ain't going to do much with that. And then he is going to start running to get outside. Reggie Ledoux gets a save at the end of his turn, right?
Yep. Which it's his. Is it his turn?
Yeah, it just was.
Oh, he's out, so he's no longer paralyzed.
Nice. But he loses his turn, right?
Yep.
Tarnished Tacoma. They're going to come running up. And he's going to keep moving this way around Reggie Ledoux. And he's going to shoot a crossbow at him. Hit him. Take that, Reggie. Altair.
Yeah, just 1 second. Okay. I don't know. I'm assuming Fantasy Ground says it's coded up properly, but I am going. I think the way it works, and I've been a rogue before. I have to drag sneak attack onto him before I attack him. Is that the way?
Now you do that with your damage, but you have to have a reason to get the sneak.
Well, he's paralyzed.
That's true.
Yeah, anything that gives you advantage or us being within range.
But you still have to hit him with the attack.
He's not paralyzed though anymore.
Yeah, he's not paralyzed anymore, so you don't necessarily get to do the sneak attack automatically.
I see. Sorry, I'm just fucking stoned. I didn't realize he wasn't paralyzed. Not paying attention. Anyway, in that case, I'm gonna try and get a bonus action to hide, I guess.
Die behind this boulder.
Yeah.
So you can do
I can do my
attempt to get a. All right. Well,
Yep.
you gotta make
Advantage
it.
on the
Let's see a stealth check. All right. You sneakily dive behind the boulder and then pop out at a different angle, so you can do your made up attack.
Advantage. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Shoot this guy with my crossbow.
And you blast Reggie as he's just standing out there in his whitey tighties. So now what you need to do is you need to take the effect and drop it on yourself.
Myself, eh?
Yeah, not on the character, just on yourself, and then just do
And
your
the thing
attack.
is, like, the different levels of my sneak attack are all separate things.
Whoa, you just did it twice.
No, you
Well,
should
it
have
should be
like
4
3d6.
The DC.
It should be 4d6, but instead on my character sheet, it's given me 4 sneak attacks that are all 1d6.
You can just recode it to 4. Really.
Yeah.
I will. I'm not real. I wasn't realizing this until now. But
Okay.
Jeez.
46.
Nice. Sneak attack is good shit. Boom. 23 damage.
motherfucker.
Especially when it crits, it doubles.
All right, I fixed one of them for you, Scott.
Cool. Appreciate it. Nice.
All right, you blasted Reggie Ledoux, and he's not looking great.
That's it for me.
A little gnome carrying a shotgun comes running out of the outbuilding,
Uh-oh.
heading towards you guys. You forgot about the cook,
Oh,
didn't you?
boom.
And he kind of comes around the corner and he takes a shot at. And he's going to take a shot at Tarnish. And he misses with the rifle. Sir Martin runs up towards Reggie. Gives him a long sword. Oh, Sir Martin rolls a 1. Octavian.
Octavian doesn't see these guys as much of a threat. So he's going to run up here with his full movement next to Harold. And he's going to look at Reggie and say, I saw you in my dreams too, and you were a corpse. And he's going to huck a javelin at him. It's a hit.
Nice. In the neck. Get him. Get him. Yeah.
Reggie falls to the ground, and as he's laying there dying, he says, "You're in Carcosa now with me. He sees you. You'll do this again. Time is a flat circle." Then he dies.
Oh, shit.
He says his last line that made your head clipped, and then he dies. Do you have any
I'm
other
done.
actions?
No.
Nisbin. Top of the order. You guys just murdered Reggie Ledoux.
Alright.
There was no trial. There was no sentence. There was no defense. It was, there he is. Let's murder him.
Alright. Well, Gisbin sees this loudmouth come out of the building with his gun and says, "Shut your fool mouth," and shoots him with the firebolt. Yes. And this should be, this is 1d10, it's left. Oh, there we go. Right click it. Yeah. 15 damage.
Nice. Burn him.
Harold,
Alright.
do you have something called divine sense? Is that what I see?
I do.
And
He
what does
knows
it
the
say?
location. It's just some all paladins get it. It knows the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead, or the hallow spell within 60 feet.
Ooh.
Okay. You don't sense a fiend within 60 feet, but you sense a fiend somewhere.
Oh shit!
Somewhere
There's
close
a fiend
by.
nearby.
Not
Danger
within 60 feet, but perhaps
in the region.
in the region.
Yep. Gotcha.
Within the holler.
All right. Well, Harold, knowing this information, I mean, he was going to do this anyway, but still, he is going to bless his party. Just since he no longer is concentrating on hold person. So I'm going to mark that 0. You guys are all blessed, right? I think, yep, it's all on there. And then, yeah, you guys are blessed by my god, which I still never looked up, so I don't remember. And then I'm going to spend my movement to run all the way this way. And no bonus action. So I'm going to end my turn.
Carcosa Cultist 1. It's gonna kind of run up here. And he is going to cast Command towards you, Harold.
Uh-oh.
But you save. He does come up and he tries to I command you in the name of Carcosa to get on your knees and grovel before your new masters. But you succeeded on your wisdom save, so you did not grovel. A second Carcosa cultist comes out, though, and he does the exact same thing towards you as he joins his friend in trying to make you grovel. But again,
I don't think so.
Again, you shake it off and say, I will not bend my knee to your disgusting god.
I will not bow.
Tarnish comes running up this way, and he's trying to flank him. Moving this way as they just took a shot at him with the shotgun. With the rifle. Altair.
Well, I think I'm probably gonna go find a place to hide. Yeah, I'm gonna go hide behind this rock now. Bonus action hide. Assuming I have to roll stealth.
Yeah. That'll work,
9.
though. Yeah, you're pretty much gonna hit that most times.
And gonna take a shot at the wall here. My trusty crossbow. Oh shit! Should have had advantage on that.
Buddy.
It hit anyway. Good old sneak attack. See if we can. What?
You put it on the wall, remember? You had to put it on yourself.
Oh fuck.
How much did you do? So, 9.
Minus whatever.
Alright, now do it.
Oof. Brutal rolls.
You blast DeWall right in the face. And he just dies on the ground, but as he's dying, you hear him say, He doesn't say anything. He just dies. Took it right in the
My
face.
movement. And that's it. For this guy.
Sir
Alright.
Martin moves up next to
Taking
you.
him out.
Next to you, Harold. Octavian.
Octavian's going to roll up his full movement. And he doesn't believe that the real evil has shown its face yet here. And he's going to come up and cast Sacred Flame on Caracosa Cultist 1. Oops.
You're in Carcosa now.
Make him save first. 96 save.
Oh,
Does he
man,
do
close.
half? Nope. It's a miss. Damn it. That's all I'm doing this turn.
Your weak spells have no effect in Carcosa, priest. What do you think of that, Krusty?
I think I'm gonna fuck that guy up next round.
What did he do to you? He's just a Carcosa cultist. He's
Tried
just
telling me what to do.
He's just out here in the middle of nowhere living his Carcosa cultist life, and you come out here and just try to murder him. Who's the monster?
I mean, he did try
Carcosa
bossing me
cultist.
around.
I mean, you are trespassing, technically.
Trespassing in Carcosa.
They're gonna call the cops.
Major, I can get both of those guys as the 20.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I
Easy.
am going to cast Fairy Fire. I'll just do them
Oh, shit.
individually.
Nice.
Oh, both failures, nice. So Nisbet would wave his hands around, and then like a big blue flash would come up around these guys, and they would be now kind of lit up by some dancing blue flames that kind of highlight them. Everybody should have advantage on them.
Very nice.
And
Automatic sneak attack, baby.
that's my turn. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I'm going to take advantage of that advantage. And I'm going to haul ass up here to Carcosa Cultist 2. And actually, as I get 10 feet away, because I have a reach weapon, I have a halberd, and I forgot about that, and I got really close. And then I'm going to swing Sally around. I named her. I'm going to swing Sally around and hit this guy right in the
Sally
head.
Strike.
With the Sally Strike, yep. Which I get 2 of those per turn at this level from extra attack. Boom. So, boom, extra damage. And then I'm going to fling it. I'm going to do the bonus action Sally's butt attack. And that hits too. Very nice, very nice. Yep, butt action. Yep.
Butt
That was
action.
definitely the inspiration for Sally's butt. Yep. All right, yeah. So those are my 3 attacks on my action, so I still have a reaction though. Just be warned. That's my action and bonus action and movement.
I like to think that when you're like cleaning it and like sharpening it at night, you're singing "Lay down, Sally, rest her in my arms." Don't you want me to sharpen you? Looks like I get a turn now, don't I? Carcosa Cultist 1. He's
Oh, I
gonna
should've
move
used
up
smite.
here. What's he got? He ain't got much. These guys aren't the greatest. He's gonna cast. He's gonna cast Hold Person towards Harold. But Harold shakes off the effects of it as he tells you again to, "You will stop in the name of Carcosa and the Yellow King." But you just shake it off and say, "Get away from me and your foul demon beast.
You can't tell me what to do.
I have the power of God, of my God, of vengeance. I'm a vengeance, whatever."
The Yellow King, huh?
Carcosa Cultist 2 is going to cast... He's going to cast Sacred Flame at you, Harold. But it's not a Sacred Flame, it's a dirty flame.
Uh-oh. But I succeed, so can't touch us. No.
I should have changed that to like necrotic damage or something, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it. Thing's not done. All right. Tarnish is going to continue moving this way. Scoping around, looking for more enemies. Altair.
Carcosa the one still has grand advantage attack. I love it.
Yep.
So I'm kind of feeling like I've been out of this and I want to get in, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash.
Oh, shit.
Go right up to this guy. And
Stab him in the neck.
stab him in the fucking face with my rapier.
Put your sneak attack on, right?
Yeah.
Correctly this
Just
time. And get fucked, bub.
Oof. Very nice. I'm
Boy,
surprised
run
he's
up
not
there.
dead.
He's close.
And now that the battle started, you've lit your cigarette because there's no more need for hiding.
Yep.
Although you do hide every round to try and shoot your bow, but
In the middle of a pitched battle, though, who's paying attention to a little
yeah,
bit?
nobody's looking for
Yeah.
little whiffs of smoke behind rocks.
I say, really, it was on the firebolt that has been cast earlier. You just lit it as it.
As it went
Flew
by,
by.
just like held
Yep.
it out. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. The air smells like sulfur, anyways.
Aluminum and ash. Do you... Okay. Woody comes running up and sees this wounded cultist, and he swings his long sword at him. Says, "Die, you son of a bitch," and he completely whiffs, as Woody is just not doing great.
Oh. Sir
Octavian.
Harrelson needs better training.
Octavian. Octavian. Octavian
Bless you.
Jones. Octavian Jones.
Jones is thinking to himself, man, it is a good thing we came along, because he's not convinced that this Sir Martin even knows how to use that sword after he's been rolling ones and missing every one. So he's going to charge in, try to show him how it's done, taking out his Warhammer. And he hits despite his
Nice.
low rolls because of his
Nice.
blessing and the
Very
advantage.
nice. Yeah.
He
Nice.
smashes him in the face. He said evil will be vanquished today, and he turns, brandishes his hammer at the other cultist. And that's what he's doing.
Sir Martin looks over at you and says, yeah, you only hit him because I tired him out. Nisbet.
Burn him. You know
Nisbet.
you want to.
Nisbet. Gravel spell. Gravel spell.
Alright.
Gravel spell.
Well, let's just let's do a little firebolt on. Yeah, here. Yeah.
Nice. Crit. Oh yeah, he's cooked.
Do it.
Oh, exceeds by 13. Easy.
Nice. Yeah, I'll run up here. And it'll be my turn.
Alright.
Both of the cultists lie dead in the
Yeah. We've completed the sacrifice for the ritual.
in front of there, and Reggie and the cook also lie dead. The cook being DeWall. And you guys are currently out of combat at the moment. So your little bless spell's probably gonna end. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair. It only lasts a minute. Yep.
So you look inside, and it's a rundown cabin that appears they live a dirty lifestyle. They appear to be brewing some kind of potions and something in one corner, and there's lots of twig and similar like Dreamcatcher style adornments all over the walls and in little piles. It's a very... It's not a good scene.
Evil shit right here.
Yep. Very sketch.
What
Kinda
about
wanna
this
burn
back
it down.
building? Yeah.
In this ruined outbuilding, you enter, and it's even in worse shape and appears even dirtier and less taken care of. These are just old, rundown buildings, and in the back corner there is a closed, barred door that appears to be in a little bit better shape in the rest of the building.
Can I listen at the door and see if I hear anything on the other side?
Yeah, make a perception roll. You put your ear up and listen, and you just don't hear anything.
Alright. Can I try to open the door?
Yeah, you can open it. It's like barred on this side, so like
Oh,
you can
alright.
unbar it from
Gotcha.
this side. Looks like it's
Okay,
used
no.
to keep something in.
Oh shit, there's a child in here.
You enter, and this child's supposed to be
Scared the hell out of me.
There's a small dead, appears to be a little boy who lies dead in the center of this makeshift cell. This like cellar was dug into the hillside and has been turned into a prison of sort. And this kid's dead.
Oh, I mean that's really sad, but that scared the shit out of me at first.
You open it up. Ah! What should you, if you open up a room and there's a dead kid in there, that should
Just
be alarming to you, Harold.
Yes, it should be.
That shouldn't be something that you normally encounter.
Octavian's remembering his own children. He's freaking furious at this point. He's ready to
Yeah.
go kill anything that moves on this property.
So as you guys are looking over, where's my guys?
Is there any other clues in the room with the dead kid, or can I close this door?
You want to close that door? Tarnish and Martin look in at him and say, I don't know who that one is. He goes, but that's not Marie, because that's a little boy.
Oh shit, we're gonna find more of them.
So it appears you are too late to rescue that kid, but it's not the
Yeah.
one that, it's not the most recent
The little girl.
child that you expect. And this kid and the little boy in there appears to he's been dead for at least several days. Doesn't smell great. Here you go. There's a little picture for you. Should have done it earlier.
Aw.
So
That prison cell.
as you guys are kind of being all sad and discussing your tardiness to save this child, you look out over to the the left side of the map, and there's a little stairwell that leads up to a kind of a landing that then leads further on. That's not like blank ocean there. That's just the end of the map. And at the top of this little stairwell there, you notice another cultist looking out, watching you. Who's not on the map, but could be in a second. But he does see you, and he turns and he walks away from you, which is going to be this way, off of the map.
I say we chase that motherfucker down.
Yeah, follow that guy. He's
Yeah,
dead.
I'm gonna book it. I'm chasing after him. Full speed.
And the detectives come running with you guys.
Little doors.
So as you go up this little stairwell and get to the top here, there's more and more of the strange twig imagery and statues and symbols are hanging from the trees. And as you're running this way, you see the cultist disappear into a small cave in the ground. Appears to be some kind of entrance into some underground area.
Say we
I'm charging
regroup
after.
near the entrance, but then we all charge in. Yeah.
Hey, Harold, what's your race? Do you have dark vision?
I'm a human, variant human, so no.
Okay. I can give it to you somehow, I think. It's an action, you can actually share the dark for last. Okay, I'm gonna as we're going into the cave, I'm gonna use an action to share dark vision with Harold in case he needs it.
Fuck yeah.
And
Thank you.
yeah, you've got dark vision for an hour.
Nice. Well, I like clerics, man. Good shit.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll need it, but just in case.
Hey.
Oh, you're gonna need it. Well, maybe not. It's kind of lit down here. We'll see. You're in Carcosa now.
in the catacombs, in the caves. I can see surprisingly well in here.
Octavia.
Thank you, Octavian. Yes.
It's the blessing of
That-
my lady. I can share it
Yeah.
with you for an hour.
Harold's very impressed. He's never seen this. It's like somebody's putting on night vision goggles for the first time. It's,
Oh, this is great.
Oh, I can give it to the detectives too, just as a RP thing.
Alright, they probably need it because they're humans.
yeah, Harold's gonna feel real cocky walking through this dark space because he can see.
Fighting thieves is what paladins are born to do.
Uh-huh. I will bring light to the darkness.
Tarnish says to you, you ever sat around in the dark and stared at pictures of dead bodies for 13 hours straight, man?
No.
No.
I've seen enough dead bodies without sitting in the dark like a weirdo.
That very much seems like a you thing, Tarnish. Jesus.
Yeah.
He says, I was just asking. I don't do that shit. That's weird.
I don't believe you, Tarnish.
That'd be fucking weird if I did, wouldn't it be? Alright, where y'all at?
I'm gonna lead the charge. I'm paladin. I'm up in front. Halberd out. I got tongue twisted there.
The fanatic that you guys had seen appears to have gone to the north here, and he closes a cell door behind him, even though it's not on the map or working right on the map. There's a cell door right here. He slams it and laughs and runs away. Runs out of your line of sight. So this door's been there's an iron. Maybe I got a picture. Hold on.
I'm gonna step out of the way for Altair.
I got this kind of
Let
picture.
him handle this one.
Let you kind of see what's going on here in the catacombs. You're in Carcosa now. Y'all are gonna die.
You're gonna die.
That's not the picture I was looking for.
Pop this thing open.
Yeah, here it is. This is the one that kind of illustrates. You guys are in the far room on that picture, but you can see kind of the little iron fence and iron gate there.
Super creepy. Right.
And that's where right there's where the fence is. So as you run up to it, you look at it and see that it's locked and closed. It appears to be pretty sturdy iron, but it's not like
Pop
fucking
that lock.
It's not like Valyrian steel iron.
That lock.
It also has a somewhat not the most simple lock you've ever seen, but not the most mediocre lock.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
But as you walk up, and then that cult fanatic kind of sees you stopped at the gate. Roll for initiative.
Shit.
what cult issues?
Oh, can you not see him?
I don't.
Hold on. There you go.
Could just be where I'm at, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't appeared him yet. Cult fanatic 7, if that tells you how many there might be.
Yeah.
Suppose I should have used number 1 for it, but Yeah, there might
at
be
least
7 or
3
8
of
of them.
them.
We'll see. There's a lot of them because they're not that tough.
I feel like we should get out of the way for Nisbin to solve this one.
What's that? Just firebolt them, I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say fireball in there.
I don't know. I can
There's a
only see
bunch
one
of them.
I
Yeah.
only see one.
I also only see one, but
I can't even tell that's one whole room in there. What the fuck's going on?
Looks like Nisbin.
Alright, so I can only see
catacombs.
like one of them in there basically right now.
Yeah, you only see one of them in there.
I mean, does it sound like there's a shitload of them in there?
Now you just see the one, and that's all you
Alright,
can kind
I'm
of see.
just gonna do. What else?
Doesn't sound like there's a lot of them in there.
Firebolt.
Although it's hard in this place to get a sense of your senses and stuff. There's just like an overwhelming like sense of dread and decay and death and evil emanating that it almost it's almost too much. It's almost too much for you to bear, and has been.
Yeah. Boom. Not too much for that. 5 damage. Let's move down here a little bit.
So you guys just come into where these cult fanatics live and just start throwing fire bullets at them.
Mm-hmm. They're assholes.
Harold.
all right. Did we get this door open?
Nah.
No,
I
you
did,
just
okay.
you came up to the locked door and then I made you roll initiative.
Gotcha. So I wasn't sure if I missed it or not. Can I attempt to kick the? Or actually, I'm just gonna try to open the door. I don't remember seeing him lock it, so it may not be all that difficult.
No, it's unopenable. Altair tried to he like ran up to it and tried to open it and realized it was locked. That was where then you rolled.
Can I try to like
You can
kick
use
it
your
down or
you can use
something?
your action to make a strength check to try and break it down. Yeah, you
Yep,
try
that's what I'm
kicking
gonna
it.
do. Yep. I'm gonna body slam the door.
You
and
kick at
bounce
it,
right
but
off of
like
it.
I said, it's fairly well constructed iron, and it takes your big boot and scoffs.
All right. Well, I'm gonna rub my shoulder and back away and get away for somebody else to give it a shot.
And you hear the cult fanatic who just got hit with a firebolt laugh at you, trying to break the door down. What do you think of that,
Yeah.
Octavian?
I think he's a dead man. Octavian's furious, and he wants to just take his hammer and go slam it into the iron door, but he knows he must remain calm, and he's going to cast Bless at 2nd level to blanket the team. So he casts. He says, "The mysterious woman's blessing on you." He doesn't even know who he worships. And then, as pure flavor, he's going to feel the twilight around him and use his bonus action for Steps of the Night, and he's just going to kind of float up into the air. How tall is the ceiling, Major?
It's not very tall. Maybe 10 feet tops. It's not. It's just pretty. It's pretty crowded. It's pretty low ceilings.
Okay, so he's going to come off the floor just like 4 feet then. He's about 6 foot tall or a little bit less and just be floating, kind of tripping out like a weird Twilight cleric. And he's going to hang here.
Sir Martin is going to run up and he's going to try and kick open the gates. He's going to look over at you, Harold, and say, Let me show you how it's done.
Oh shit!
And
Boom.
he delivers a pretty solid blow, but these are some tough gates, and it just clangs a loud thing, and he cusses and he says, "Motherfucker!" And he backs
Hurts,
up.
don't it?
See that fucking gate? God damn. Fucking well-made iron.
Happens
That's
to the
his
best
turn.
of us.
Tarnish starts heading down the other direction. As he's not about to be kicking gates. He's going stealthily down the other tunnel. Altair.
Let's pop this open.
Are you going to try and pick the lock instead of kicking it like a brute?
Yeah.
I
It's probably
imagine
smarter.
you're going to do all of this with a cigarette in your mouth?
Left hand.
Yeah.
Of course. How else would you do it? Does a 31 open the door?
With extreme skill.
You pull out a little piece of metal that you have in one of your many pockets and just kind of start jingling it into the keyhole, and it easily is picked, as you've seen this lock before, and the door slides open. And you turn and kind of bow and point for everyone. Yeah, only a 31.
Hell yeah.
Octavian's kind of a badass.
He's gonna open the door, he's gonna get his rapier ready, he's gonna kind of wink at everyone and be like, alright, let's do this. Gonna walk into the room and engage with the cult fanatic there. Take a look around. Okay.
Oh, in
That'll be
the in one of the cells, you see a small child. A small little 8-year-old girl with brown hair.
Oh shit. She's still breathing?
Yeah, she's still alive. She looks pretty beat
Oh,
up,
shit.
but she's still alive.
Oh shit. Save the kid.
I guess you can't really see her from your angle, but you're supposed to be able to see through those cells, but it's not working. I don't know. Here, I'll move her out so you can see her. It's the same picture because, you know.
Kids.
Because I sometimes I spend too much time looking for AI pictures of Matthew McConaughey.
And then still use the first one you found because it's the best.
Sometimes I spend too much time looking for other things.
AI Elvish boobs.
No, but it's like all these NPC. It's just like everything takes time. Like then to import a picture, you know, and then assign it to them, and then you gotta create the NPC, and then you have to delete you like export your created NPC and delete that, and then import it back in before you can use it like as a real NPC. It's dumb. Fantasy Ground's kind of dumb.
Ridiculous.
Like that. Yeah. So then after you do that, then you got to attach it, you know, into your encounters, and you got to organize it. It's just all kind of tedious at times. So when you look at it, and you're like, oh, I got 8 NPCs that I need pictures for and stats and that. It's like, holy shit, that's gonna take like 2 hours. So what, you ran up to him? Scott?
I don't have an action or anything.
Okay.
So I got my rapier out, but
the kid's just kind of laying there pretty beat up. Cult Fanatic 7 sees Altair and others come storming in, and he's gonna use his action to disengage and start running away from you the best that he can. As there's another gate this way that he's gonna try and make it through if he can. I doubt he will be able to, though, with all your butchers behind you. Nisbin.
25 feet, that's it, huh? That's short little legs. Alright. He runs over here this way, and I guess he'll take a shot at the Cult Fanatic 7. Far away is he? I'm gonna shoot him with Ray of Frost.
Nice. Bless coming in clutch.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Major, his movement is reduced by 10 feet around. Probably just one round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for their next turn.
And that's about as far as he can move anyways.
You hear the as you're shooting whatever you shot at him, cold missiles.
Ray of Frost. Cantrip.
He says, "Come on inside, little priest. Little priest, take the bride's path. This is Carcosa." And he laughs a sardonic laugh.
Alrighty. Man, I really should have taken some ranged attacks. But I didn't. So instead, I'm going to use my action. What? I'm going to use my action to dash, and I'm going to get up here close to the Cult Fanatic. And then I think I can only use my butt attack if I use my main attack to attack. So yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn, just fucking glaring at this Cult Fanatic, ready to cut him up. Actually, here, I forget reach.
Octavian.
Octavian just kind of floats over the top of the gnome here. Old Nisbin. Up here towards the Cult Fanatic. That's the only bad guy I can see, huh?
Yeah, that's all you see right now.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. He's injured, right?
Yep.
Toll the Dead. Damn it. Nothing.
Close.
Good save.
He laughs at you and says, your magic has no effects in Carcosa."
We'll see about that. Alright, Sir Martin, let's see if you can do something this turn.
He goes moving into the room, looks around, and then he kind of turns back and kind of looks and goes, where the fuck did Tarnish go?
He gone.
Tarnish is sneaking out. Altair.
Well, I think that the fact that he's not close enough for my sneak attack, Gotta read this. Yeah, it's within 5 feet. Fuck. Yeah.
You could move up there.
Yeah, I just can't get a sneak attack. I'll just attack with my crossbow.
Don't you get a sneak attack if there's an ally within?
Within 5 feet.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
but I'm within 10 feet. But
Harold's
I'm
just
within
Yeah.
melee range for myself.
Yeah.
Harold's standing there, kind of. Yep. See, that's the party chemistry that's missing a little bit for a new party. Doesn't know. Everybody needs a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Nope.
You still shoot him with a crossbow, though, you jerk.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I do. And I'm gonna run over here and bonus action hide.
I see an arrow fly over my shoulder, and I look to see where it came from, and I have no clue where you went. Oh, actually, I see
You do
right
try
there.
and hide, but you knock over some twig demonic sculptures, and it makes a kind of a loud crashing noise, Alter. Sorry, bro.
What a whiff.
You hear a little whimper come out of Marie Fontenot as she appears to be alive. Another cult fanatic appears across this little river where you're attempting to hide there, Altair, and he spots you. I see you. He sees you, and he throws a little sacred flame your way.
Oh, shit. He's still hidden for us. By the way.
What?
He's still hidden for
Oh.
us. We can't see
Oh
him
yeah,
on the map.
there you go. Sorry.
It's a bold move, making me use a dexterity save on that guy's part.
Is that half?
Nothing.
Oh.
It's nothing.
Nothing.
Oh. Well, he
Yep.
comes up. He comes up and stands on near this bridge. Number 7. Goes through this gate here and slams the door behind him, but you'll get an opportunity attack on him there, Harold, I imagine. As he
Yeah,
tries to
definitely
slide
will.
through this door.
Yep. On Cult Fanatic 7, which hits. Do I take his head off? We'll see.
Probably not gonna go good.
Oh, minimum damage.
Yeah, he
Roll the
gets
1.
through, yeah. So he slams the door behind him, and he laughs as
Oh,
he
shit.
still took 5 damage as you cut him with Sally,
Yep. Got him across the back.
and he kind of.
Oh wait, no. His speed is 0. Sentinel.
Oh yeah.
I hit him. He can't move. I hit him in the leg.
Hamstringed him.
Yep.
So you hit him
Yep.
in the leg as he tried to move away, and he turns and
Yep.
he screams at you, and he casts command at you.
Good luck.
And you are just like, I am not listening to you. I command you in the name of the Yellow King. You're in Carcosa, you must grovel. But it doesn't work.
I'm like an angsty teenager. You can't tell me what to do.
All right, well, it is 11 o'clock. It is top of the order, and there is a lot of battle still to go. So I think we should
Fair.
call it here. And
Yep.
next week we can have our election special with the end of the Halloween Carcosa battle, too.
That'll work. I think we can handle some battling while we're
Multitasking.
getting
Well-
frustrated by the lack of results.
While we're watching for the swing state results.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this will take up most of the session next
Yeah,
time
well-
with the distractions.
I say I feel
Yeah.
like we're gonna take our sweet ass time.
Well, I mean, there's a lot less, so there's a good hour of battle here, but just on my.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't even unveiled the big bad yet, so.
Yeah. I mean, we won't even roll dice until like 9 o'clock at least, so it takes us a full hour to get started. We'll get there eventually.
Tonight it took us quite a while, didn't it?
Well, it was making new characters.
Oh yeah.
We're a lot more